Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now on first down, Drake again. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Tannehill, he goes underneath the Drake. Now the ball comes loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running back.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down. He's got a man complete. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 88 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. From the 50, it's Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warner. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Tannehill hands to Drake. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now a sneak, Tannehill. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ryan Tannehill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On play action, Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first and 10, Tannehill. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Tannehill on first down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. He's going deep for Brown. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the click.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So now here come the Dolphins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Parker, the intended target. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Johnson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue landing.
Again, it's Johnson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed on. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Drake off the give from Tannehill. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. To throw is Tannehill. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 3rd down, Rosen. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off play action, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
20.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up in air, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Rosen on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Detroit!
On the top, here's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Detroit!
He was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On second down, Rosen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Buying time to his left. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Charles Harris in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And out come the Dolphins now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On first down, it's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On second down, it's Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go. Good. 30. Zip.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Let's go. 28. Where you at? Hey, 20.
They snap it to Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Edmonds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. On third down, it's Johnson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team is...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down. And now third and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Set. At 30. Let's go. Reset.
First throw in overtime for Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Drake. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
At 20.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
There you go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Dolphins, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots.